Hey, hello, Jack Tubbs from the J Team at Realty One in Surprise, Arizona, wishing you a fantastic windy Wednesday. Hey, we're getting so close to the holidays. I don't know about you, but I'm getting excited. As a matter of fact, today will be the last real estate video that I'm going to shoot because I'm going to spend all day tomorrow with my friends, family, and church members. So, hey, I just want to really quickly continue on with what we started yesterday. We're talking about the closing costs that are paid by the buyer or by the borrower in a real estate transaction. We ended up with the lender's title insurance, and this is just one thing to make sure that the lender is covered, make sure that his title is not blemished at all, if there is a title blemish and it comes up to be something later known, such as a mechanic's lien against the house or any other lien against the house, that this insurance will pay it. Next thing is mortgage insurance, PMI, you hear it so often called. And this is when a lender will be more than happy to lend you money, but it's going to be more than 80% of what the value of the house is, the appraised value or the market value, whatever value you want to look at is more than 80% of what the value of the home is. So in other words, there's no 20% equity owned by the buyer at the end of the transaction. So what happens here is we buy mortgage insurance to make sure, should there be a default, mortgage insurance, should there be a default, etc., that the lender is going to be covered up to at least 20% of the loan value, so that when they go, if they have to foreclose on the home, that they be able to make sure that they won't lose money, at the very least break even, but they definitely would like to make money. And basically, this is an upfront charge, about 1.75% of the entire mortgage. It's broken up into monthly payments, and now it used to be just for a certain, until you could prove that you had 20% equity in the property. Now it's for the life of the loan. So what you want to do is, once you know you have 20% equity, you want to refinance into a conventional or a different style FHA program, so that there's no PMI, or just start a new FHA mortgage, and then there would be no more PMI. Recording fees. This is when the new deed for your new home is recorded with the county, and the county charges you money to record it, and also the title company or the escrow company that's going to take care of the recording for you is going to charge you money to take care of that for you. Survey fees. Now, this is not always needed. A survey is not always needed in every mortgage situation. Sometimes it's going to be requested by a buyer to make sure that they can understand the lot lines, to also make sure that if they're buying 20 acres, there is 20 acres there. Also, it's going to help if they want to build on the property, if they want to subdivide the property, if they want to do anything to this property. A survey is going to be very, very important. And this is going to be paid for by the buyer. The seller may bring the surveyor in, but the buyer is going to pay for that survey, because the buyer already knows what the property is. They already know the lay of the land. They already know where they can build, what they can't, where they can't. This is an assurance for the buyer. So the buyer is going to pay for any survey fees, and then underwriting fees. Every lender is going to charge an underwriting fee depending upon what your origination fees, etc., are, basically because you're going to have at least one underwriter going through your credit, double checking and confirming your employment, looking at your debt to income ratio, just checking all these things, looking at your credit score again, digging even deeper to make sure there's no blemishes on your credit report. They're going to do all these things. They're going to assure you who you say you are. They're going to check all these things, and that, of course, is going to take some effort. So the lender is going to charge you an underwriting fee to make sure, to make sure that they can pay their underwriters. So these are some of the costs that are going to be paid by the buyer. As a matter of fact, Monday we're going to start talking about what fees we pay that go into our escrow account. And the escrow account is where your lender draws from to pay things like your property insurance, to pay your property taxes, all these different things. Excuse me. So we'll talk about these on Monday. I want you all to have a very merry and blessed Christmas. Spend some time with family, even if you don't get a chance to do it in person. We did a lot on Zoom over Thanksgiving. It's a great way to connect. It's a great way to spend some time conversing with everybody. So I encourage you to do that. If you can't visit with them in person, get on Zoom. Or actually, Facebook has got rooms you can do. Google's got different options that you can do also. Take advantage of all this technology. Spend some time with family. Even if they're across the country, you can still spend some time with them on Christmas Day. Hey, and then once again, have a very Merry Christmas. I will see you on Monday. We're going to talk about all the items that the buyer pays for that goes into their escrow account. And I want you, once again, have a Merry Christmas. I'll see you on Monday. Bye-bye.